We had our normal Tuesday type practice where it's more of one of our physical days. We actually had one yesterday as well, so I thought the guys were very in tune to the message and really accepting what we got to do as an organization to move forward and get better. And I appreciate the leadership of the team for accepting the challenge. Now it's just making sure that we do that tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and then carry it over to the game on Saturday afternoon. So it's going to be a great atmosphere, great crowd, great challenge in front of us. Coach, he's done a wonderful job at App. His guys are well coached. They play extremely hard, and they got really good quarterback, really good offense, got great backs. And then on defense, they've been running that system for a while, and they know exactly what they're doing. They're very tenacious on defense, and they got three really good players and on every level. So we got to make sure we prepare the right way and take another game on the road with a bus ride, and enjoy the moment, enjoy one another, and pull it together for the game.
Coach, how's it feel going back to a regular schedule? You had that short turnaround against Marshall. Now you have more of a traditional full week preparing for a Saturday contest. How beneficial has that been for you, just as your planning goes?
Yeah, we don't make excuses about the schedule. I mean, the schedule was a schedule. Definitely appreciate, getting back to normalcy. Kids can get back into a routine of things, and, our preparation as well as coaches to make sure we install and cut back, minimize what we need to be successful on Saturday. Still about how we go about our everyday business, making sure that all the details necessary for us to be successful on Saturdays carry over, and if we need to eliminate things, we will and we need to. And, the biggest thing that we got to make sure we do on Saturday is play with physicality, tackle, execute calls, have great eye discipline, and it's kind of like a broken record, but those are the things that we require in practice, and it just has to carry over to the game. And at the end of the day, the players got to make plays when their number is called, and the coaches got to make good calls to put our players in a positive situation.
What about defending against App State, team that leads the conference in yards passing per game? Talk about defending them, and and what keys are you going to prepare to see as far as defending a passing attack like that?
Yes, it's still going to start with stopping the run. I mean, if you can't stop the run, and they can do what they want to do, and they're controlling first down, and it's 2nd and 5, 2nd and 3, then that just helps the offense, and it's going to have us at a disadvantage. So we're still got to stop the run, tackle well on first down, and then once those passing moments present themselves, which App State is very good at their RPO game. They have a lot of screens where they throw the ball, sideways or behind the line of scrimmage. And then they got a lot of deceptive plays off of those same looks. So everything kind of looks the same, but they got different variations. So all our linebackers and DBs got to make sure that they're eye discipline, leveraging the ball, leveraging the call, and executing the call that the defense has called. And then, just got to tackle these backs. They got three really good experienced receivers. Tight ends a very good player as well. So they got a good group of skill guys that have our attention. And, it's going to be a challenge for our corners and safeties to have an opportunity to make plays in the passing game. So they will have plenty of opportunities to do that because they do distribute the ball down the field.
You guys were able to run the ball well on Saturday. What contributed to the improvement in that part of the game?
I think the O-line had an attitude. They played and accepted the challenge. Marshall has an extremely good front. They're the biggest front in our league. When you talk about the defensive linemen that they have, I just thought our offensive line, along with our backs breaking tackles and making the correct run reads, were able to, maximize those opportunities in the run game. And it just went back to preparation. I mean, what we saw out of their defense and what we expected from their defense, they did, just that. But we got to play better situationally. Can't go 0 for 3 on 4th downs. and got to still capitalize in the red area with touchdowns. So, we missed those opportunities to have a chance to win the football game.
You were able to see Zach Gibson actually play in the contest as a starter. Now I'm sure you'll be able to review now what you saw from him. What did you see from him in the Marshall contest, and how beneficial is that to now have that film work so you can review and just build on that as you prepare for the upcoming contest?
Yeah, the biggest thing I saw was just the confidence. You could kind of see players and the excitement when plays were made, especially when he made them with his legs. And also in the passing game, he made some really good decisions throwing the ball. We still got to be very detailed in what we do. And, our other quarterback, Christian Bayer, he's still preparing like a starter too. I'm not eliminating the fact that we won't see him because it's all about how we come out, how we play, and what the rhythm of the game is going like. So, both guys will be available along with Kyle Lowe, and hopefully our plan is good from the start, and we can kind of seize momentum in a hostile environment to kind of quiet the crowd down and play good defense and special teams and play just complimentary football, just full 60 minutes of football. I mean, we've been picking different opportunities to play well, and we just got to play well every single quarter, and we hadn't done that this year for 60 minutes yet.
How tough is that, though? You're really at the halfway point of the season and don't have one established quarterback yet. How difficult is that as far as preparations for you as a staff and really as a team, just with reps and how your practices flow and everything like that?
Yeah, we still provide reps for our backups to get acclimated to the game plan. So that's going to always be the case. You got to prepare your next guys up just like they're going to play. So the reps aren't really difficult to manage. But I would say this: our coaches have done an exceptional job with what we have. We're definitely not a finished product, and the adjustments that we've had to make on the run based on the injuries, not having certain guys available, and then just some of our roster pieces, just trying to put together the best plan to create the best version on Saturday. And, I got to commend our coaches for trying to do that, and we kind of understand the big picture of things. But right now our main goal is to make sure we try to send these seniors out the right way, but also how do we leave a legacy and a standard of how we do things to build for the future.
Speaking of the future, can you give us an update on where we are right now on the recruiting?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to give an update because we got 28 guys committed. Will we have those same 28 guys committed or signed in December? It's a lot of work to do. I mean, a couple of our guys have been offered by, bigger schools, and it's going to be up to us to try to close out the deal. But it goes back to NIL in a sense, and the schools that are offering some of the guys that we have committed, they definitely have more of that, and that's an area that we got to continue to try to maximize and facilitate to improve. And it's just not me trying to, increase our NIL and opportunities for our players. It takes, our whole organization to kind of help with that and the fundraising efforts. And, that's what I did a whole lot of when I got the job, is trying to meet the right people in the city of Atlanta, and that has to continue. Of course, during the season, things kind of take a little bit of a backseat from me being out in the public and meeting certain people, but I've still been able to shake hands with the right people to try to get ready for what's coming in December, January with the portal opening, and trying to make sure we keep the right guys on our roster here from an NIL perspective, so they don't necessarily go and be a backup at another place or their reps get cut just for a dollar amount. So I think, big picture, the recruiting process won't really iron itself out until, the end of December, January, and, we've got backup plans, and then you got things that's going to happen in recruiting that you have no idea that's going to happen, or no idea that you may lose this kid, or this kid may want to come that we have no idea about. So it's how can you acquire the right talent and the right character and the right person that loves football, loves city life, and wants to network for their future, and then just retaining the right guys that are culture type guys that we need here and want here. And then you also got to eliminate guys that really don't fit what we're really looking for.
What's the next time that you're going to be out on the recruiting trail?
Probably, I'm not sure on that. Hadn't really thought that far out. Just really concentrating on, the rest of this season. And, we talk to recruits, and we'll have a big group of our commits and recruits on our campus November 16th for our homecoming game. So that'll be a big opportunity for us to kind of close the door on some things and, bring in some other guys that we're courting right now.
I know your love is for the athletes. They have to let us on adversity over this last week. Heading into this week, the physicality seems to be there. The rotation seems to be all worked out. You talk about like the running back room.
Yeah, we're still dealing with a lot of injuries in the running back room. I mean, we're still down guys that were available the first part of the season, and we're gonna have some new guys that's gonna have to step up this week, and that's why we're preparing, and that's the reason we try to develop our entire roster and try to maximize whatever skill sets each player has in the running back room, tight end room, or O-line quarterbacks. We just got to make sure that they're prepared to play and own their packages, own their role, and how they can contribute to winning football on Saturday.
You guys had trouble creating negative plays on defense, tackles for losses, sacks. Is that a concern, and how do you go about addressing that?
Yeah, it's always concerning. Like I said, the biggest challenge is making sure we come out with some intensity, play with intensity, understand the situations we're in, execute calls, have our eyes in the right place, getting off blocks, leveraging the football, and you got to set your jaw the right way on game day. You can't have a team to come in and out hit or out hustle us. You're not going to be successful, and everything for me as a coach and this organization is going to be how can we run the ball and how can you stop the run. And we know our deficiencies, but we have good coaches, and we got to come up with different ways to get them behind the sticks, so to speak, on early downs, and kind of create more long yard situations so we can get after the passer and have an opportunity to break balls up in the secondary or pick balls off. So it's an accumulation of a lot of different things, and the biggest thing is just got to tackle, can't miss tackles, and we can't bust assignments. That's just missing tackles and busted assignments is a formula to getting your butt kicked, and that has happened this year, and we got to correct it as coaches, and also the players got to take ownership in what they're doing to play a part in that.
With North Carolina experience in the facility for the Hurricane, it's going to be a lot of heavy arcs going because this is going to be the first chance to football. I know y'all been on working behind the scenes with them to make sure everything is good. To be able to play this game, can you talk a little bit about like the environment and who we're going to see, how you prepping the team for that, and also like coaches and adjustments and just in practice, what different things they're going to have to implement this week, like crowd noise and like different schemes where you nonverbal communication. How is that like this week?
Yeah, we practice crowd noise every single week, so we always have a plan for that. And the biggest way you take the crowd out is have success. The more success they have, the louder it's going to be. So we got to play a part in that. But we expect it to be loud early. We expect it to be loud on third downs for our offense, and we definitely have to communicate non-verbally and make sure we're all on the same page. But we also got to make sure the plan is simple enough, and we got to understand that as coaches too, that we can't put too much on our quarterbacks to where they have to check every single thing and make sure everyone is on the same page. So you got to have some smoke break type plays and crowd noise and on the road, and we got to try to take the crowd out of it by being successful in all three phases.